G'day guys, welcome back to the Boundary Riders channel. Today we're going to be going over all the early rumours and information about any sort of trade rumours coming with the AFL this season. We haven't heard too much so far, but we have actually heard some quite interesting news about Sean Darcy in the past week or so, so we're going to go over that a little bit, along with some other trade rumours that you guys may have not actually heard of. We've obviously got our co-host here who's on the podcast every week, Jack or Jackpot Junkies over on Instagram. If you guys want to check him out, check out the description. But first off, we'll start off with probably the most heard about one, which is Tom De Koning.
Yeah.
He has been linked with Sydney, as well as I think Essendon in the past few weeks as well. So that would actually be quite interesting. Do you think that these clubs should really be looking at Tom De Koning?
I don't think Sydney should.
No.
I don't think Sydney should. And to be honest, probably not Essendon, really. Like, you look at their team, it doesn't really suit them, really. Like,
I think Sam Draper's the one, really.
Yeah, Sam Draper, you got Phillips there, he's going up in age, but yeah, like Peter Wright's come back, it just doesn't seem right.
Yeah. I think that Tom De Koning, especially the money that they're saying he's going to be going for, I think it's way over. So I don't think he's worth that much at all.
No, let's be honest, he's not getting a regular spot at the Carlton team.
Yeah, so why does he deserve $800K? I think that's ridiculous. One that was a little bit earlier on in the year, this was way back in March, was Ben Mackay going to Port Adelaide as one of the options. He hasn't been in that good a form this year though. Do you think he would still be a good pickup for Port Adelaide?
I do. I think that, I think it would be interesting for Port Adelaide. He's not the big bustling defender that Port Adelaide need, but I think it's still another player that Port Adelaide do need in their defence. They would basically be competing with Trent McKenzie and Tom Cleary. Yeah, I think Trent McKenzie. I was surprised he's still there, to be honest. I thought he was nearly looking at retirement last year, and I think he's close to that now. Tom Cleary just can't get into the team. Tom Jonas obviously isn't getting in this team at the moment, so it's a good player to get for Ben Mackay if that happens. So interesting. Now,
one of the big players that could be going at the end of the year, probably the biggest free agency story, is Harry Himmelberg. He's been linked with Sydney and Richmond earlier on, way back in April, but recently he's also been linked with Collingwood.
I didn't know about Collingwood, but
yeah, that was linked actually last week. So Harry Himmelberg, do you think he stays with the Giants or do you think he leaves?
I think he stays.
You think he stays?
I think he does. I don't think he doesn't suit Collingwood with Dacos and all that. I think it doesn't really suit him. He has to play off Nick Dacos.
Oh, half-back.
Yeah. If you're going to pick him up, you're playing him half-back. I don't think you're playing forward. And
he's definitely in the set marker.
I think Mark McVeigh found that out last year when he came in and changed his role.
Well, even now Adam Kingsley's playing him back, so they've kind of just...
So he said that, I think he said it this week, that he played the first 10 or 11 rounds forward, but he's a defender, was intercept defender. He's a great kick, and I think that's his role.
Do you think he'd be good for Sydney or Richmond? I think he would be.
I think he would be, I think for both of those teams. So if I'm either of them, I'd be chucking the bank at him, and I think Sydney the best suitors for him.
I think Sydney would be, because they need that intercept defender, because Dane Rampy's getting a bit older now, and we don't know how Paddy McCartan's going to return and how Tom McCartan really is going to return either. So I think Harry Himmelberg Sydney need to go hard for him. And Richmond as well, because Dylan Grimes is getting a bit older too now.
So you look at it, like Sydney would have get a lot of money from the Buddy deal, because let's be honest, he's going to retire at the end of the year. So you're Sydney, you're chucking the bank at him, not Tom De Koning. So yeah.
After that, which was very surprising to me, I actually saw this recently on Zero Hanger. Aaron Norton has been linked with the Sydney Swans. Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't.
Aaron Norton to the Sydney Swans. This would be so he's still contracted at the Bulldogs. I don't know how relevant this is, but I mean, Sydney are known to be picking up the key like forward, the marquee player. Do you think Sydney should be looking for Aaron Norton at the end of the year?
No. You got the players there. You got McLean, Joel Amati, McDonald, and let's be honest, you got Laddams there as well, like as a forward ruck. So your tool stocks are fine. You don't need it. You don't need him.
I think just leave him alone.
Yeah, leave him alone.
I just don't think that Sydney should be going for a marquee forward again. I don't think they really need to. They've got some young stocks there that... I mean, I know it was obviously a long time ago, and I think I brought it up a few times on the podcast, but in round 4 against Hawthorn, 2 against Hawthorn, Amadi and McDonald were together and they combined for 9 goals.
Yeah.
I think they suit each other pretty perfectly. After that, though, probably one of the best running defenders of the season has been linked to a different club. It is Mason Redmond to the Adelaide Crows. I think he would be a great pickup for the Crows. I think that Brodie Smith is definitely coming out now. We've seen the emergence of Wayne Miller, but I do think he would be a great 1-2 combo. Yeah. And also, he is a South Australian.
Yeah, I think it will be a great combo. And also, you got to think also, they brought Dawson in to play off halfback. They put him into the midfield. Like you said, Brodie Smith is looking like a retirement, so he'd be the great swap for it. Yeah. Smith retires, Redmond comes in, perfect, I reckon.
Do you think it happens, though?
Oh, I think it's less likely than likely, I think.
At this stage?
Yeah, at this stage, I think it's less likely than likely.
Next up, we get to Paddy Dow, which I don't know why he didn't leave last year. I think he should have just gone to any club that would take him, because I think that he should be playing AFL football. I don't know why Carlton refused to play him. Currently playing as a sub in the last 2 weeks. He has been linked mostly to St Kilda at the moment. I think that St Kilda could use him. I think that they could use some extra midfield stock. Because they do kind of do like a little bit more midfield stock. It's really just Jack Steele, Crouch. And I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah, and then they're just trying to find that other third player.
Yeah. So
but I think they wouldn't want to do it again, Carlton, would they? And give another player to St Kilda in Stocker that recently went to them. So they wouldn't want to do it again, would they?
Give him a good player.
Yeah, I think he should be playing AFL football. And what everyone keeps saying is that he's an AFL player. He's a midfielder, and
he dominates in the VFL every week.
I know he said last year that he didn't want to go. He wanted to fight for his spot at Carlton, but how long can you wait? Yeah. He wants to play AFL football, and it's not at Carlton.
Yeah. I think he's definitely
he's got through so many coaches as well. Like, let's be honest, he
doesn't seem to coaches with stability.
Yeah, maybe somewhere else.
And finally, this actually emerged 4 or 5 days ago. Sean Darcy.
Yeah.
Obviously, that Luke Jackson looks like that. I mean, they can't really lose Luke Jackson, Fremantle, and neither of these, Darcy or Jackson, are forwards. They are ruckman. So there has been the talk about would Fremantle just lose Sean Darcy and get a bunch of money for him. Now, one big report was the fact that Geelong are willing to offer $5 million to Sean Darcy to get him to the club. Now, I actually think, I may be a little bit of an outlier here, but I actually think he's worth that much. I think he's a very good ruckman. I think he's one of the best in the comp. And I think it would be a perfect fit for Geelong because Reece Stanley is kind of getting to the end of his career. John Segler probably getting to the end of his career as well. He's one of the best young ruckmen in the comp. I think that Geelong actually are doing really well here and getting out early, trying to get in the front.
Yeah. I think I'm with you. Let's be honest. Blitzers, they're trying to figure out where he is. Sander Koning.
He's not a ruckman.
He's not a ruckman. Both of them aren't ruckman. I'm sorry, but yes, he's so tall, Blitzers, but he's a running player. He can be a tagger. He can be a midfielder. He can be intercept marker, defence.
He even nearly got All-Australian as a defender.
Yeah. You bring Darcy in, he's your ruckman. Yeah. You set that up. You put Blitzers wherever you want him, because let's be honest, he can do that for you.
Yeah.
And you chuck Sam de Koning back, your team's set for the next 10 years, for another 5 or 6 years. And let's be honest, that the only thing that I have to sort out now is the Hawkins retirement.
Yeah.
That will be coming in the next 5 years. So.
Well, do you think that Sean Darcy leaves? Are you 100% that he leaves, or do you think he may stay at Freo?
I think he's 80-20 leaving.
The thing is, I don't think they have a spot for him. If Jackson, because Jackson has to stay, and I think he is a midfielder. Yeah. I think he's that. He's a ruckman. I think that yes, he can play midfield, but I think he is a ruckman. I think he's a very good attribute as a ruckman because he can play as a fourth midfielder, which is very good. As we have seen at times when Blitzers does go in the ruck, that it does help out Geelong.
Yeah.
We've seen our Nick Naitanui really help West Coast at times when he was in the prime of his career.
Yeah.
We've just seen that can work. I do think that Sean Darcy will leave at the end of the year. I think that Sydney, if they're going to be throwing like 800k at Tom de Koning, they should be chucking in at Sean Darcy.
Yeah.
I think Sydney would be hugely beneficial for the Sydney to get him. But at this stage, it looks like Geelong are going to be the front runners to get Sean Darcy to their club. Alright guys, that is all the current trade rumours for the AFL so far, currently in mid-June. So, I mean, it's not like there's many at the moment. I mean, we'll be seeing a bunch more in the next couple of months coming towards the end of the season and teams wanting to regroup and, almost rebuild at stages.
Yeah.
I think that it will be a very big trade period this season because I think there are a lot of big players looking for maybe some moves or are coming out of contract. So I'll be very interested to see how what trades are made. This probably will be coming we'll be doing a video about trade rumors and stuff probably every couple of weeks to a month, probably for the next until maybe August or midway through probably till about August, maybe even September, and then we'll probably make it a weekly thing as the trade period goes on because that will be really interesting. But yeah, thanks for watching today, guys. Hopefully your AFL team wins this week. That's all from us, but we'll catch you all next time.
See you later, guys.